All right. Okay, so this is what justify does. It makes sure that you have an equal amount of space on the right and left hand side. Huh? So you can see now here both paragraphs are now in line. Okay, they are now both in line. So that is what justify does. And the shortcut for justify is control J. Okay, good. So those are text alignments. Okay, those are text alignments. So if you're asked to apply a particular piece of alignment, either left align, right align, center align, or justify, you remember that you will always get those from here. Okay, you can always get those from here. All right, so we move in now to the next command. That one is line and paragraph spacing. So this, if you read below, it says choose how much space appears between lines of text or between paragraphs. To apply the same spacing to your whole document, use the paragraph spacing options on the design tab. Okay, so this option again, this command is also available elsewhere in the design tab, but for now we are only going to focus on here. So basically, this uh, command helps you to adjust the space between your lines and paragraphs. So let's see how it works. So if I highlight this paragraph here, and then go ahead, go click on that command there, and then as I navigate through the numbers, you now see that the space between the lines and space between the paragraphs increases. Huh? So this one helps you to adjust the space between lines and paragraphs. So this is particularly important for you to know, especially those that are university students, IOU students, or whatsoever. Most of the times when you are writing your assignment, your lecturers will specify spacing of 1.5, or they will say double spacing. So this is where you actually get those things from. Okay, this particular command here, all right, on the in the paragraph group on the home tab of the ribbon. So to apply any of those, make sure you always remember the rule number one, which is you must first highlight whatever text that you want to apply any formatting on. Okay, so highlight the text or select it, then go there now, and then you try to choose. So if they say 1.5, 1.5. If you're asked to do double spacing, remember double spacing is what? 2.0. So you just apply that. And here, if you watch, what is happening is that as the space between the paragraphs is increasing, you will also notice that, sorry, okay, let me take that again. If you notice, as the space between the lines in the paragraph increases, the space also between the paragraphs is also increasing. Huh? If you can see between the two paragraphs now, you see the line is bigger as well as between the lines. So it applies to both lines and paragraphs at the same time. Okay. All right. But then if okay, yes, so that's it. So any number you're asked to set it to, just go in there and then choose that number, okay? So if you wanna do it for the entire document, It's also simple. Just highlight everything. Let's say we are to set everything to 1.5. So we highlight the entire text and apply 1.5. So now your entire document is on a spacing of 1.5. Okay, so that's line and paragraph spacing. So next to line and paragraph spacing is called, we have a command called shading. So shading basically, it changed the color behind the selected text, paragraph or table cell. This is especially useful when you want information to jump off the page. Okay, so for example, if you want to highlight, okay, maybe you have an important point in the document that you want to sort of highlight to indicate that this piece of text has a particular importance, then you can apply a shading. That is, you can apply a sort of a background color for it. So it's also simple to do that. Select the paragraph that you want to highlight or that you want to emphasize, okay, and then go there. So by default the color is white. That's why right now if I click on the icon itself, you don't notice any change. But if you want a different color, you will have to click on the drop down arrow there, then that will show you more colors, and then you can now choose the color of your choice. Okay, so now you have highlighted this particular piece of text to indicate that it has some importance. Okay, good. So another one that will also be this borders. Okay, this also helps you to add a border around your piece of text. Okay, so for example, if you apply that on this, you select this piece of text and then say, let's say you do an all borders, so it's going to sort of put this one in a box sort of, it's going to apply borders through this piece of text. So this is particularly important for those of us who are teachers. For example, if you are English, there are times you will have a passage, okay, but in the passage now you would put words in a box that students would use to will use those words to complete the passage. Okay, it can apply in any subject area. So this border command here can help you. After you type the words, and you just highlight them and then go to the borders, select all borders so that they appear in a kind of a box. Okay, so but this is not the only type of border that you have there. You have a lot of them. So if you want to change like this one, you can always change to a different style. Okay, if you only want it on the left or at top border, then you have that option as well. Okay, so basically that's what borders does. They help you to draw a line, okay, across your piece of text, or borders across your piece of text, like the example I've just given here. Okay, for example, if you apply the whole border, you put your piece of text in a box like you're seeing here now. Okay, all right, so now moving up. Okay, so for that I'm going to go down now. I also type some